For those of you that don't know, I'm Maggie, and today I am so pumped to be bringing you another product empties video. I am hoping to have these once a month at least because I'm in this process where I'm not buying any additional cosmetics or hair products or skincare or anything like that unless I just absolutely need it, because I realized through all of the subscription boxes that I've gotten and just over time I ended up collecting a lot of product that I just don't want lying around anymore. I don't want it to go to waste. I don't want it to go bad, and most of all, I don't want to move it when I move in a couple of months. So that's why you're probably going to see a ton of empty product videos, because I'm really not trying a whole lot of new things right now. But I do want to provide my thoughts on products that I've had for a long time and am finally able to use up, and a lot of them are favorites. So let's get started. This first product is the Paulas Choice Resist Advanced Replenishing Toner with Hyaluronic Acid. This toner was really good, but it's not an astringent toner, and that was just what I was used to when I was buying toners. This one actually is a bit more moisturizing, which was perfect for these winter months that we're in right now. Like, the skin on my entire body changes in the winter, and I just have to apply so much more moisture than I typically do. For that reason, I really like this toner for this time of year. However, for the spring and summer months that are coming up, I don't think that I would go for some sort of moisturizing toner like this, so I'm gonna hold off on repurchasing this for now. I think that I'm gonna try one of her more like acid-based or just a little bit more astringent toners going forward, and then pick this back up in, like, I don't know, November of next year. But this is really good for those of you with dry or really dry skin. I usually don't go into detail about travel size shampoo, but because these were a little bit bigger than usual, I actually was able to use these for like 2 weeks. So there was a lot of product in these bottles. They were 3 fluid ounces each, which is the maximum-ish amount that you can travel with. And this comes from the brand ApotheCARE Essentials, specifically in the scent rosehip oil, geranium, and aloe vera. And this stuff smelled amazing. I'm not typically somebody who goes for a lot of like rose scented things, but this smell stuck with my hair for like, I can go a couple of days without washing my hair, especially if I'm not exercising that day or anything, and my hair still smelled like the shampoo after 3 days. This stuff is really, really good. It said that this is from the Booster line and it provides dynamic volume for fine, flat hair. I need to go purchase the full size of this because that is the definition of my hair, is fine and flat. Because it is just kind of more naturally straight, super duper fine, it doesn't typically have a lot of volume, and I struggle to find shampoos and conditioners that don't add too much moisture to my hair, that kind of weighs it down and makes it greasy, and I loved this. It wouldn't be an empties video without some contact solution, so this again comes from Renu. This contact solution is specifically good for those silicone lenses. There's a couple of brands that also serve the same purpose, but this is just the one that I've been picking up from Costco recently. It was the cheapest for the 3-pack, and it comes in these massive bottles, which I explain in my Declutter. It's just something that I'm willing to make room for because it's something that I have to purchase all the time, and I would rather throw away a lot fewer plastic bottles and spend a lot less money if I just go ahead and buy the bulk packaging. Next up is a product that I really liked. This came in a FabFitFun box, and this is the Aveda Damage Remedy Daily Hair Repair. It says it provides instant visible repair and protects from heat styling. This is just a general tip so that you can be a more informed consumer. Don't be duped by every leave-in conditioner, because not all leave-in conditioners are actually heat protecting. And I really like that aspect of creams like this, because even if you're not blow drying your hair and even if you're styling the next day, putting this in your hair and sleeping on it is still going to protect from heat styling in the future. And I rarely ever blow dry my hair, and so I'm really using this to protect against the hot irons, like the curling irons or straighteners that I may be using that next day to style my hair. And so this one I really liked. I felt like it didn't weigh down my hair a whole lot because it actually is a little bit of a thinner, runnier formula than some. Anyway, I would definitely repurchase this again, but I have a million other heat protectants and leave-in conditioners that I need to get through first. And in this little no-buy period that I'm in for cosmetics and hair care and stuff, this will have to wait, but this was really, really good if you're in the market. Another FabFitFun product that I'm really excited to be out of because this really just wasn't my favorite. This is the Champagne Charcoal Scrub. This to me wasn't my favorite smell. Did it smell fine? Yes. Did it smell great? No, absolutely not. Did it smell better than that one that I had to throw away because it was awful? Absolutely. That's why I took the time to use this all up. My issue with this is it's a charcoal scrub and it was this very black dark color and it was a very loose formula. So when you mix the color of it and the formula, you ended up getting black stuff all over your shower. And of course it washes away easily, but when it got on my shower curtain liner and stuff, I would have to take extra care to get that off so that it didn't stick and look disgusting. I don't know. I didn't really like that aspect of it. I have mentioned the Trader Joe's Lavender Body Scrub 1,000,001 times, and I will still recommend it over this one. I think that it provides this wonderful layer of additional oils on your skin while it's exfoliating, and this just really didn't do the trick. I love the consistency of the Trader Joe's one better. I think that overall it leaves my skin more moisturized and exfoliated than this ever did, and it was way cheaper. I think it's $5 or $6 at Trader Joe's, and I feel like this retails for somewhere in the $20 range, so I wouldn't recommend this. I'm so sad this is gone, especially since we're about to get back into the warmer months when I want to smell like a tropical island all the time. And this is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Cream Gel. This stuff lasted forever. Again, it's another FabFitFun product, and I just think that it lathered up so well so you didn't have to use a whole lot of product each time. The smell is this wonderful, intoxicating, vanilla-y, warm, tropical, beachy smell that this brand is known for. It smells just like their Brazilian Bum Bum Cream if you've tried that before. Man, oh man, this was good. If I find this in a really good gift set when I finally need body wash again or something, I can see myself repurchasing this for sure. It did such a good job of moisturizing, which my skin always needs more of in summer and in winter. If you're willing to splurge on this, do it. I probably will in my future. Next up, another really good Paula's Choice product, but this ran out so fast. I think that this came in late October, and I was out of this by December, which I guess is 3 months, that's a quarter. That's probably a fine time period, but for me, I'm not used to my moisturizers going so quickly. And this is the Paula's Choice Skin Recovery Replenishing Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid and peptides. This I bought when I was looking for a dupe for my Origins High Potency Nitamins. This is marketed to people with dry or very dry skin, and that's what I was going for because the Origins moisturizer is so thick, so luxurious, but it sinks into your skin so well. This one has a very similar formula without the really yummy smell that the Origins one has, but again, that's not a huge issue. The thing with this is a little goes a long way, and it feels a little bit different on your face than the Origins one. I feel like this one definitely takes a longer time to sink in, and it maybe doesn't add as much moisture as the Origins one, but it's pretty dang close. I just don't know. I don't know if I would call this a dead ringer dupe for the Origins one, but it's pretty close. It's also a whole lot cheaper. I want to say this is about half the price of that other one for the same amount of product, if not a little more. I believe the Origins one is 1.7 fluid ounces and this is 2 fluid ounces, and this is good. I can definitely see myself repurchasing this again, but there are several other moisturizers from her line that I want to try first that have been recommended before I go back to this one. But it's not my favorite moisturizer I've ever tried. I hope this makes sense. Another body wash. This comes from Skyler, and this is their hydrating body wash in the scent Capri. Now, I have the Skyler scent club that comes to me once a month, and you get a rollerball size perfume, and this brand is mostly known for their perfumes, but they recently came out with what they call body bundles, or if you want, you can actually purchase the body wash and the lotion separately. I'm still working through the lotion that came in this body bundle, but this stuff smells exactly like my favorite perfume from their line, and this really is a moisturizing body wash. Because this is formulated without sulfates and different things like that, this didn't really lather up all that much, but that's just the trade-off that you make. Do you want the harsh chemicals in your body products or do you not? So for me, I had to use more of this product than say I would of this one. In fact, I was using these simultaneously, so it was a pretty easy direct comparison, but this I had to use like 4 or 5 pumps to adequately wash my whole body with my little silicone loofah that I have. Maybe if you had a regular loofah, you could get away with a little less product, but overall I thought that it did a really good job. It actually moisturized. I felt like it was cleaning my skin, but I don't think that I would repurchase this body wash. The lotion, on the other hand, that's still in my bathroom, wonderful. I will definitely be repurchasing that. It smells amazing. It's so thick, so luxurious. I love the pump application and how it has a really long pump, so it really controls the amount of product that you use. So if I had to choose between the two, I would say go for the lotion over the body wash. All right, the Inkey List Caffeine Eye Cream. This stuff was pretty good. I didn't notice any drastic changes to my under eyes, but as I've mentioned a time or two before, I don't struggle with a whole lot of fine lines and wrinkles at this stage in my life. The eye cream that I'm using is pretty much on days when my skin feels super duper parched, or on days when my eyes seem puffy or something like that. And I feel like this did a really good job of adding an extra drink of moisture, but I don't think that it really did anything to transform or smooth out my under eyes on a daily basis. Nothing, at least, that a regular facial moisturizer just put under your eye couldn't do. So this was fine. It was nothing to write home about. It's a super inexpensive brand that you can find at Sephora, so I want to say this is less than $10 or right at that point. I would say skip, because your moisturizer can do the same thing. My favorite hairspray. This is the Living Proof Style Lab Flex Shaping Hairspray. I always try to grab these when they're in some sort of like sale kit or value kit or whatever at Sephora, because I love this hairspray so much. It does a really good job at taming static, at holding your style, all without being super crunchy. You don't have to use a ton of product when you use this, but I always tend to go a little bit overboard. But even when I go overboard, it still doesn't make my hair like sit on my head like a helmet. I'm not wearing any hairspray today, but if you were to curl your hair, you know how you can get like crunchy curls and stuff if you spray too much hairspray, or if you're using some like super high hold. I hate that. They say that this is like a medium style, a medium hold or something like that, and I think that this is definitely a light hold hairspray, but that's my preference. So if you have fine hair like mine that you don't like to be super crunchy, definitely go for this. Hopping back over to skincare, this is the e.l.f. Super Hydrate Moisturizer with Hydrating Squalane. This is something that I bought in a value kit when I made that video back at Christmas time about how to DIY a beauty advent calendar as a gift for somebody. I had an awesome time making that video and was so proud of it, so go check that out if you need some inspiration, or maybe you just want to give your friend like a really cool birthday gift that they can open throughout their birthday month. This came in this gift set from e.l.f. and this was marketed, I think, as their like super hydrating nighttime style moisturizer, and for me this is definitely something I would go for in the daytime. It does not provide the same drink of moisture that, say, this really thick Paulas Choice one does. This one is a gel formula, and so it goes on your skin and spreads out really easily. So a little goes a long way, first of all. I was able to use this for like a month, but because of that, because of the thin gel formula that's a little bit more water-based, it really wasn't the most hydrating thing I've ever tried. Great daytime moisturizer, exactly what I'm looking for to layer under makeup. Not exactly what I'm looking for to sleep at night. So just FYI, I would go for this as a daytime moisturizer. But it is really good, and e.l.f. is extremely affordable if you haven't checked them out before. But you probably have. The last hair product we have here is a Batiste dry shampoo. I really like this dry shampoo from the drugstore. Now, I've said this time and time again, this stuff does leave a pretty bad white cast in your hair, but it also does a really good job of coming out of your hair easily, or at least blending into your hair once you mess with it a little bit after you spray it and let it dry for a second. I really like all of the special scents that they have that aren't just the regular scent. I don't think that they have a bad smelling dry shampoo out there, to be quite honest. My least favorite is the one that I'm using right now, which is more of their tropical scent, but I really liked this blush one. And in fact, I plan to do a video on this, but I put together gifts for my bridesmaids for my bachelorette trip that we're going on in a couple of weeks. And I included this dry shampoo because I made them like a special kit of my travel essentials since we're all traveling for the bachelorette. So I'll be sure to share that with you in a video soon, but know that I stand by this enough to give this to my friends and to mark it as a travel necessity for me. So I always travel with dry shampoo. You will never catch my travel bag without one, which is why I always am running out of these teeny tiny versions. This is another moisturizer that was included in that DIY advent calendar I mentioned. And this comes from the brand Formula 1006 Thirst No More Moisturizer. Absolutely loved this stuff. I had never heard of the brand before. They just had a really well-priced kit that came with a lot of really good items. And my goal with that advent calendar was to build out an entire skincare routine. So it was 12 different products, and it came with like toners, daytime moisturizers, cotton rounds, scrub. Just go watch the video. Anyway, so this is what I bought for the daytime moisturizer, and I seriously loved this. I am definitely going to repurchase this again. I thought that the scent was not too heavy, but it was super pleasant. It was a white tea scent, and this just did such a good job of providing a thin layer of moisture to layer well under makeup. And I felt like it felt good on the skin. It didn't create that weird barrier that makes my skin feel like it's sweating underneath the products. I really can't recommend this enough. And I was very impressed. Good job, Formula 1006. I had to mention this floss. I don't even know if floss has ever been in a product empties because it takes me forever to go through it. But this is the Oral-B, and it's kind of rubbed off now. It's really hard to read the name because it's completely rubbed off, but this is an Oral-B floss, and I am so picky with floss. I need it to be able to go in between my teeth really easily. I hate the kind that's like non-waxed and feels like you're gonna rip your teeth out whenever you use it. And this floss is my absolute favorite. So I had to put a plug. I'll be sure to include the name of it so that you can see like which exact item this is. But if you've been struggling finding floss that you love, this is the one. And I'm not going into detail on these because these are just basic like hotel shampoos and conditioners, but I made it through a Disney body wash from their H2O line, Lather Modern Apothecary body wash, and I've made it through this Nest Moss and Mint shampoo. Because as part of this like purge everything, clean out before I move situation that I'm in, I'm also trying to get rid of all of those travel toiletries that I've collected along the way without throwing them away. Somebody did leave a comment mentioning that you can donate travel size products that are unopened to the Ronald McDonald House. So if I get close to my move and I haven't made it through a bunch of products and I don't think I'm going to get to them before they go bad, I think I may end up donating some of them, especially a lot of the body lotions that I have. That is everything for today's product empties. Hopefully you found these mini reviews informative and I've shown you some products that you may be interested in picking up. If you're interested in more product empties, you just want to be inspired to clean things out and use things up, I've got an entire playlist of these videos, so I'll be sure to link that at the end. But if you like this video, then like it, stick around, subscribe, join the community, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!